Hi, I'm Mike Bellevue, and today we're back at Duelist Den, and we're going to be taking a look at this absolutely beautiful engraved Johnston Brothers revolver. Now, this was a Confederate gun. It was made in very limited quantities, which means that this beautiful engraved version is really a fantasy gun. They all were made looking something like this. Because only about 350 of these were made. But they were probably the best gun made by the Confederacy, in my view. And this particular replica is made by Pieta in Italy. It's imported by the E.M.F company in California. And we're going to take a look at it and then put it through its paces. Well, the Johnston Brothers revolver was a creation of James Henry Dance, and he was a Texan. He was in East Columbia, Texas, and in 1862 he went into business with his brothers to manufacture a large caliber revolver for the Confederacy. Now, to me, this is the best Confederate six gun ever made, but it was pretty rare. They only made between 325 and 500 of them. And they were made mostly in .44 caliber, though there are some smaller .36 caliber models that are very rare and very expensive. Now, the thing about this is it has no recoil shield, and that's probably the most noticeable thing about it. So the frame is flat behind the cylinder. But the other thing about it is it's an interesting and unique design. It's basically a somewhat scaled down Colt Dragoon. So it's not an Army, it's not a Navy, it's not a Dragoon. I mean, the parts are not really interchangeable with anything else, but it makes for an incredibly well-balanced six-gun. I think if Colt had made this, maybe with a recoil shield, it would have been quite the winner for him, and maybe we never would have seen the 1860 Army. So E.M.F's version of this, the Deluxe version, is in white steel. It's basically polished steel. It's treated so it won't corrode, and it's laser engraved. And I have to say, the laser engraving is beautiful. It has really come a long way. So let's load it up and see what it'll do at the range. Okay, well, here I am again because I forgot to turn on the recording button a second ago. So we're loading up the engraved Johnston Dow 44 caliber revolver, and we're going to be using 30 grains of 3FG GoX powder, and that's going to be out of a flask with a 30 grain spout. We're going to top that with a lubricated felt wad, and that's not to stop chain fires. That is just to put lubrication down the barrel to keep the fouling from getting hard and stiff and losing accuracy quickly. And then we're going to be loading these 4x4 diameter round balls. So we'll show you the procedure. And I see the sun is coming out, which is great because today was supposed to be beautiful, sunny, and 70. But so far it's been cloudy and barely 50, and I'm kind of freezing out here. But the sun comes out, it should get pretty nice, so let's hope. It's all right, I'm going to drop a load of powder into my measure. I've already loaded one chamber because I didn't have the camera on. I'm going to pour in the powder. All right, make sure we've got it all, which we do. I'm going to top that with a 44 caliber lubricated wad. And I use a pen to get it seated nice and straight. And now we'll take a round ball, sprue up, if possible. Get that under the rammer. All right, and now we just seat it. And we've got, just show you this. All right, so we've got that beautiful lead ring shaved off. And the importance of that is that that seals the chamber. All right, it's actually that tight-fitting ball right in there. Hopefully you can see it. That's what keeps you from getting chain fires from the front. Not this. Not grease over the ball. I mean, all that can certainly help. But as long as your ball is tightly fitted, you're not going to get any spark past it into the powder. Most chain fires actually happen from the back, from losing a nipple, or from using too loose a nipple, like say CCI number 11s, and so you get a spark underneath it. Okay, so I'm going to load 5 of these. Now you can load 6 if you want, the safety pin's on there, but my policy is to load 5 and put the hammer down on an empty, and I'm going to keep doing that. And don't bother commenting about it. I know you can load 6, I just don't. And if you want to, please do. And please let me load my way. Thanks. So I'm going to load them up and then we'll cap them. Okay, we're loaded with 5. So I'm going to start capping. I use this Ted Cash snail capper. Just give it a little shake and you get a cap. Pop it on. Shaky, shaky. Cappy, cappy. Very easy. Oops, I spit one out there, huh? I've had this thing for about 20 years, and the spring is just now starting to get a little loose on me. Okay, now, once they're all capped, what I do is I just go around and I seat them with a wooden dowel. Make sure they're all the way down. And then I put it on empty. And I'm good to go. If you want to load 6, just do it one more time. Alright, let's go see how it does. Well, I thought it was getting nice, but Mother Nature might have it in for us. The wind is really starting to pick up now, so hopefully we can get through this. I'm gonna put the Dancing Brothers on paper, which I know is a little bit different, but I haven't shot this and I'd really like to know where it's hitting. So I'm going to put it on paper with the round balls, maybe with the conicals, and then we'll go see if we can tickle Evil Roy. So let's take 5 shots at 15 yards. I'm just going to shoot offhand because that's the way I'll be shooting for the rest of the day, and we'll see how it does. Well, that looks to be about 1 foot high, which is to be expected, I would say. Not too bad. Okay, now I'm going to reload with the Johnston Dow conical bullets. I'm going to load these a little bit differently. So I'm going to load from the can here because I'm loading 25 grains of powder, not 30. So I'm going to fill up a measure of powder. The gun, of course, is on half cock, just like before. I'm going to pour in the powder. I'm not going to use a wad. I'm going to seat this conical right on top of it. You can see the heel of the bullet goes right in where it needs to go. We're really tight on here, and I'm probably going to deform it a bit with the rammer because these rammers, Pieta rammers, are just made for round balls. Uberti rammers are made for conicals, and they won't deform the tip, but I think we'll still do okay. So I'm going to load her up like that. So I'm going to load 5 like that, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, so we've got all 5 loaded up, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grease the chamber mouths with my own lube, which is a mixture of lamb's tallow and beeswax. And I'm not doing this because I'm worried about chain fires. I'm doing this because I want to put lube on that bullet as it goes down the bore. Because hard baked on fouling is the principal enemy of black powder accuracy. And if you don't have lube, you are going to foul up your bore very quickly, and it's going to be a very hard, crusty fouling. It's going to clog up the rifling and make all kinds of problems for you. But with lube, it'll stay soft, and each shot will push the last shot's fouling out the bore pretty much. Whoops. And you can keep shooting just about forever. But if you don't do that, pretty soon you're going to have a gun that just won't run. Alright, so we got that, and then the last step is to cap it just like we did before. Well, the Johnston brothers shot about a foot high with round balls, but it actually shot a pretty good group. So let's see how it does with the Johnston Dow conicals. Once again, 15 yards. Well, you can definitely tell the difference in the recoil between the lighter round balls and those heavier conical slugs. Even though there's less powder behind them, they give you a pretty good kick. A lot of fun. Alright, let's go see how we done did. Alright, let's go take a look at this. Alright, let's go take a look at this. So, this first group, minus this flyer, my fault I'm sure, this first group measures 2 inches edge to edge, which is not bad. All right, and that was with the round balls. Okay, so with the conicals, really there's nothing to throw away. I mean, this is pretty much it. Alright, so let's see what we got. So with the conicals, we got a 3.5 inch group, edge to edge. Still not bad. And considering we had the nose deformation, and of course, I'm just shooting offhand, but I think the round balls do get the nod for accuracy, at least the way I shoot. So I think I'll load up with them and we'll go from there. Well, this video is running a little bit long, and I had information I really wanted to get out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a part 2 on the Johnston brothers, and that'll be out soon. And that one is going to be much more shooting action oriented than this one was. So that one will have no loading information, nothing like that. You already know where it's shooting. So in the next one, we are just going to shoot this baby and have some fun. So, see ya for Dance Part 2.